Mike King has 3 goals in his last 2 games for the Kings. King sent it around the boards over to Gaborik. Gaborik's pass knocked down. He goes for it again. Rangers have it. A shot saved by Quick. And he hangs on to that. He gets cut off there. Doughty cut off by Derek Brassard. Kings now get it out to center and a pass over to Gaborik. Gaborik, 6 goals last 8 games. He shoots and a save and a rebound. Just sent wide to the left side. Muzzin with 9 points in his last 12 games. Moves it up ahead to center on the right side. Here's Carter. Carter down the right wing. Carter in deep in front. Score! Pearson right in front. And Carter threw it right up the middle. And the Kings have a 1-0 lead.
You want to talk about playing fast? Here it is here by the Kings. And again, they've done it against the best teams in the league this year. North-South hockey. Keep it simple. Keep it going forward. A bounce right here, but you get it. Now watch Carter. Watch the hesitation. Not here. Hold. Go around the stick of the defenseman.
Just get it back to Dan Boyle, the blue line. He shoots it, blocked in front. Kings start back to center ice. Pass on the left side and across the line. Here is Doughty. Dropped it back to Gaborik. He shoots and a save by Talbot. 5. He struggled in the playoffs last year and got a lot of heat for it from people wondering where he is. Shot by Williams. He scores from the right wing. Justin Williams makes it 2-0 Kings. You don't see goals from that spot too much anymore. He ripped it from the right face-off circle.
Well, again, it's north-south hockey by the Kings. Little east-west right there, but it's zipped across. You're right, the shot. And you see right there, the decision by Justin Williams. He makes it at the right time. If he doesn't decide to shoot here, the defenseman McDonough's going to get a stick on it. And it's going to be over the glass into the mesh. Top corner, quick puck movement. Kings lead 2-0.
Williams with his 10th, and now the loose puck at center ice. Kings jump on this. Get it left side. Shot by Pearson. Deflects up the middle and then sent toward the goal and scooped up there. Kings stepped across the line. They go for it again along the boards to the blue line, but gets away there. And here on the right side, moving in, Stepan, 2-on-1. His pass, shot, saved by Quick. Quick moved over and made the save. Line drives it down into the Kings zone, and back to get it now is Jeff Schultz. Schultz pass up the boards. Brown got hit, a shot saved by Quick on that shot.
Is that better than Jonathan Quick?
Rangers on the power play, and they are potent on the power play. A shot, score! Right off they draw it back to Boyle, and he fires a power play goal. The Rangers now have a power play goal in 6 of their last 7 games. They are 9 of the last 20.
It starts off the face-off. Obviously, you win the draw, but then one thing that has improved with the Rangers on the power play, everyone's talking about shot selection. And what's happening is you get the puck because Nash doesn't leave the area. Watch this. He looks up, takes the shot, gets a bounce. We saw that
in by the Kings again, down into the corner. Taken there as the Kings move it toward the corner again and trying to get somebody in the slot. Williams moved it in front, a backhander, a save, and a rebound in front again. Williams goes for it, couldn't get a good shot, and the puck is taken by the Kings and cleared across the blue line to center, and then Doughty's pass right back in the Kings zone, taken away there and in front alone, a save by Quick, point blank on Hagelin. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Kings with a 2-1 lead. Clifford in the corner. Rangers try to dig it out, but the Kings have it. Here's Schultz, turn, shoots, and a save, and a rebound was right there, but Kings had nobody.
Go up 2 would be a killer.
Rangers come out of the face-off here and flip it high in the air, down into the zone, chased in by Nash, a backhander, and a save made by Quick. Raced down there now by Kevin Hayes. Hayes, pass up the middle, just tipped away, but not out of the zone. Held in now to blue line. Kevin Klein shoots and scores to tie the game. A long shot, and the Rangers have tied it at 2-2.
Kevin Klein is becoming an offensive threat this year. He kind of glides through games. He has a real good understanding. That'll be his 8th goal of the season. That's a career high. And so many times he's just kind of hanging around the play. The more I've watched him, the more he reminds me of just kind of a Larry Murphy, where he just kind of understands where the puck's going to be, and that one is all screen.
And he's now got points in 4 straight. He had assists in 3 straight games. Now he adds a goal. And the game is tied. And the Rangers in the Kings zone again. In the slot. Now a shot from there. Score to take the lead. The shot by Stempniak right in the slot. And 2 quick goals. And the Rangers have come from 2-0 down to lead 3-2.
And now that thing that rears its ugly head is the old defensive zone coverage, the thing that the Kings have been talking about, and you just hope it doesn't have a complete breakdown, but the Kings end up chasing here. Stempniak, you see that man jumping down, McDonough, that changes the whole read, then the screen becomes
knocked down off the puck, and the puck is taken by the Kings again, back behind the net. Lewis with it, over in front to Richards. He got stopped, still a loose puck, but taken by the Rangers. It into Nash. Rick Nash in deep, sent it back along the boards. Now Stepan at the blue line. He feeds it on the left side. Taken there by Brassard. He shoots, blocked in front. Loose puck, scored. Came right back on the right side. And St. Louis was there to put it in. And the Rangers now have a 4-2 lead. They got a fortunate bounce on that rebound.
And Bob, I've been reading about the power play. I've been watching the power play of the Rangers, and poise and control of the words that are being thrown around. And it's exactly right. Number 22 in the middle is Dan Boyle. He's the defenseman, but that starts the play. He tries to shoot this one.
Rangers get control of it. Sent along the boards. Green trying to hold it in for the Kings. And it's tipped out to center ice. Here down the left side, Kreider shoots, and a save by Quick on the right wing. Here's Carter. Carter moving in. His pass over to Toffoli. Toffoli gives it back into Carter. Carter left side. Carter shoots, and a save by Cam Talbot. Was over on the right by John Moore, and the Rangers fanned on it. But the Kings don't clear it out. Held in. Shot now by Moore, and it's deflected off of the arm or chest of Quick. Here, and Kings bring it to center. And the Kings get back on side. It was Carter who got back on side to keep it alive. But now Richards with it. He shoots, and a save by Talbot. Corner of the Rangers zone. Kings try to dig it out. They do for a moment. Rangers get it back, though, and shovel it up ahead to center ice. Taken there by Stempniak. He got hit at the blue line as he tried to come across the line. Zuccarello in the corner. He digs it out. He's got it. Rangers get it back up to center ice. Now a long shot saved by Quick, and a rebound off of him. The long shot by Nash. Nash in front, shoots, and it's saved. And he crossed the line, and it's tipped away from him, and the Rangers come back to center ice. Picked up there and across the line, Hagelin. Carl Hagelin shoots, and a save by Quick. He caught it chest high, and he hangs up.
The New York Rangers didn't have anything, so they've dominated on the power play so far in this game. Maybe the Kings can build off that, looking for a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, they need the next goal. Shot by Williams is gloved by Cam Talbot. Here's a puck driven down into the Kings zone, and Karam's right toward the net, and broken up there by Jonathan Quick, but it's still in the Kings zone now. Back to the blue line. Girardi shoots, and a save. Great chance here to pull to within one. Kings with it. In the zone, move it off on the right side, Ranger zone. Kings get it down in deep over to Doughty, and a save in the glove of Talbot. Doughty had it lined up. They bring it up ahead to center ice. On the right side, picked up there by Toffoli. Back to the point, a shot knocked down by the goaltender. Brown behind the net. Kings in the Ranger zone. Still with it, back to the right point. Held in there, now Brown. He gives it back to Martinez. Martinez shoots, save, rebound in front, and the Kings can't jam it in. Down the right side, a pass over on the left, broken up. Picked up now by Kopitar. Down into Gaborik. He got checked into the boards. And Muzzin sends it behind the net, out of the reach of Kopitar, but Gaborik has it. Back to the right point. Now over to Muzzin. He shoots, and a save by Talbot. 3 in the waning seconds. Catch up with a minute. Shot is knocked down. Rangers chase it down into the Kings zone. A pass back, and a save by Quick on the shot. And a good chance for Kevin Hayes. Sends it around the left side to JT Miller. Miller's pass taken away by the Kings. Now behind the net. Kings with it. Rangers zone. Pass by King in front, and a save by Talbot. Rebound in front. King again, and it went wide. The net. Williams to Kopitar. Shoots. Knocked away. Rebound over right side. Taken there by Brown. Brown, backhander. Save. Scored. Bounced off into the net. And the Kings are back to within one. Talbot made the save, but it hit his body and then bounced into the net. And the Kings trail now 4-3.
I think it may have gone off a King player. And Talbot was straight up. You don't see that too often where a goaltender is standing upright on a play. Kopitar will end up right in front. Williams takes a whack. It's Justin Williams who get his second goal of the game. He bats this one out of midair. And this is one of the few times, look at the Kings' inside position there. That's one of the few times the Kings...
Second tonight, and the Kings are within one. Rangers, though, come back into the Kings zone. Rangers, pass left side, in front, shot, and a save by Quick on Martin San Luis. And DeBrown up the middle to Williams. Williams still has it, down the right side, checked by Hagelin, back up to the blue line. Kings get it over to Muzzin. Muzzin shoots, tipped, and is picked up by the Rangers. His shot tipped up in the air, taken by Kopitar. Kopitar put it behind the net, now in front and swept away. 4 seconds to go. Rangers don't clear it yet. Kings hold it in. Shot by Kopitar. Save, and the game is over, and the Rangers win it 4-3.